All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the all apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya coming at you again with a quick little lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So like, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, today's lesson is really just going into this beast and this system, if you will, of Esau, the great dragon. Okay, and I'm gonna run it down real quick just to show some edification for you brothers who may be having some troubles with it. All right, so I'm gonna start with Revelations 13, 1-4. And I stood upon the sand in the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having seven heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head was the name of blasphemy. All right, because this represents Esau, his whole system, right, and the places he ruled and things of that nature, man. All right, it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as a bear, and his mouth as a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. All right. And I saw one of his heads was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. Now, what happened? You had the Roman Empire that fell. Okay. And it says what? And they worshiped the dragon and gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast, who is able to make war with him? Okay? Because how was he healed? All right, after the Renaissance, what happened? Esau risen back up to power. All right? Because you gotta understand, Esau was what? The Greeks, all right, the Romans, all right. Then it talked about the bear. Now, at the end of this beast is the Russians, all right? Esau is going to end each other. Primarily, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is going to end Esau, but Esau is going to fall upon his sword with those nukes, okay? And Esau has been divided for a long time, all right? So let's go further into this beast, jumping down to verse 11. And I beheld another beast, all right? Which is it's Esau's system, all right? All right, but primarily it's about to tell you exactly who this beast is, all right? Coming out of the earth and having two horns like a lamb. Okay, now we're talking about two horns, man. Okay, so what does this beast have that the ancient Roman system had? All right, a senate. Okay, two houses, right? And it spake as a dragon. All right, this is Esau, right? And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. So they do everything that the Romans did, and causes the earth and all them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. Now, in the ancient Rome, you had something called the shadow of Rome is vast. Same thing that America's doing, right? Whose deadly wound was healed. That's how it was healed. They came back as America, right? And they came from the Britons, right? And we'll get into that. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, you had nukes, ICBMs, all right, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? And that's what really ended World War II, man. And everybody was afraid of this beast. That's why they're going to say what they said in Revelations 4. Who was like unto the beast? Who's able to make war unto him, man? All right. And they said the same thing with the Romans. People was afraid of the Romans, and we'll get into that fourth beast in Daniel. All right. And he deceiveth them that dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. All right, saying, and they're damn near one and the same, man. All right, this is just a reincarnated beast, if you will. All right, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. And what's that image? That his system, all right, which had had the wound by the sword and did live, And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And what's part of their image? Democracy, man. Now, if you notice, Esau goes from country to country spreading democracy. If those countries don't receive it, they'll start chaos. All right, whether it's an insurrection or they'll set up phony leaders to cause riots and things of that nature. And by war, they conquer or take over that place or make territories within that place, man. Same thing that ancient Rome did. So that's how that image have life today. All right. And pretty soon they're going to put a mark onto you so you could be basically a part of their system. Okay. Now let's jump to Esdras 11 and 12. Now, if you know anything about Esdras, let's talk about the 12 feathers, which is the 12 Caesars, man. But hey, the 12 Caesars of Rome. All right. But this eagle represents Rome. All right. Just like the dragon. All right. And it's his whole system, even down to the 10 horns, man. All right, the EU, and we'll get into that too. Moreover, I beheld, and lo, an eagle flew with feathers, and reigned upon the earth over all them that dwelt therein. All right, there go that shadow, right? And I saw all things under heaven were subject unto her, and no man spake against her. There you go. Who was likened to this beast? All right. The same thing America is doing is the same thing ancient Rome did, man. And they say the same thing about both. Who's going to make war against her? All right. And it says, against her,